Bookmarks is Abby, and today we are unboxing another Illumicrate box. Now, I will be honest with you guys, I have already opened this and looked through everything. This arrived when I was in my not online phase for bereavement, so I've already seen everything in here because I wanted to open it. But I thought I would still show you guys everything that was on there and have a little discussion about everything, so let's delve in. I have also removed some of the packaging because why not? So the first thing we're going to look at is they've got a little ceramic jar. Now these I've seen everywhere on Bookstagram and I love them when I see them. But I will say I am a little sad that this month it is yellow. Because every other colour they have done, I understand why it's yellow. I get that it's my own fault for subscribing this late and this is just the colours that they have left. But like, this doesn't fit my vibe and all of the others do. Like, picture of art history, I like about 3 artists from history. I can't think of anything yellow. I mean, it'll go with my new candle, but like, that's about it. So yeah, very pretty. It says a picture of art history on the front, and on the spine, art history, painting, sculpture, architecture, and then on the back, a glimpse into the imagination of our greatest artists. So it's pretty, but it just doesn't fit my vibe, which is sad. I have the book here, but we're going to leave that till last, so let's put you over there. Don't fall, thank you. And then these are the other 3 items. Take this out of the noise. So we have a Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab inspired photo album. It says stories are a way to preserve oneself, to be remembered and to forget. Now it's really pretty, like it's stunning, but what do I need a photo album for? It is 2022, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I don't know how to use it. And it's really pretty, it's beautifully designed, but I kind of wish they'd put it on like a notebook or something, because yeah, I've got nothing to do with this. Let's just put you there. Because I'm disorganised, I forgot to say that the art history book pot was designed by Chatty Nora, and the Addie LaRue To Be Remembered print album is by Fez Inkwright at Ross Duttier. Then next up we have some bookmarks, and these are Gilded Wolves bookmarks by Gabriela Bujoso. I have probably said your name wrong, I apologise. I have not read The Gilded Wolves. It's not something that's going to be on my TBR, so for me these are pretty they're decent cardstock, like thick paper. The drawings are nice enough, but to me they mean nothing. There's nothing wrong with them, it just doesn't work for me. Ta-da! You can go in the pot. And then lastly, of the things, this is designed by Rosie Thorns 88, and it's a Songs of the Spirits papercraft kit inspired by one of their favourite scenes from City of Brass. City of Brass is on my TBR, but this is still a bit weird to me. So you have this background, and as far as I can tell, all these pieces, they're coloured on the other side. There's a few sheets in here, and you take these out and you just stick them on top, and it makes like a 3D thing. And in the nicest way possible. What's the point? It doesn't make anything especially pretty. Like, as far as I can tell, you literally just like, you'll have something of a headscarf and you'll just put the headscarf on, so it'll be slightly 3D. I don't know, like maybe I'm not realising exactly what it does, but it just seems very underwhelming. So that's the 3rd item. And then the last thing that we have is the book, which is unfortunately disappointing once again. So this is Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. I knew this was coming, I think it sounds really interesting, I'm really excited to look into it. However, Illumicrate is supposed to have exclusive covers. Like, we were told exclusive cover, The sprayed edges are just plain, which is disappointing. I love a good stenciled edge. I could have painted this yellow myself, but it matches the cover, so okay, cool, whatever. And then I'll show you the dust jacket in a second. So there's nothing on that side, but we do have some, I believe, tigers on this side, although the pattern does stop quite abruptly at all edges. Like, there's a very distinct border around. And then this is signed, actually, I should show you. It is signed here we go, in the bottom here. And also I have a printing error on mine, because well, I think I do, because everything is offset closer to the end of the page until you get to the actual book, which is weird, but it's fine, doesn't bother me. Then we have the artwork inside, which, to be fair, I think this is one of the first few that I've ever had that have had this. It's pretty cool, but the majorly disappointing bit of this is that it's advertised as having a redesigned cover, and so, you know, you expect something from a redesigned cover. You expect it to be redesigned. This cover has one tiny difference to the original. The original, the A is in line with the rest of it and the hand isn't there. There isn't the little hand plucking the A. That's it. The colours are all exactly the same, the person in the background is the same, that is the only difference. Like, and it's not like this cover is so stunningly beautiful that, like, they didn't want to edit it, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine, but it's not stunning. And, like, it says portrait of a thief, and I know that they're stealing stuff from museums, but portrait, I'm assuming it's artwork. They could have done something with that and, like, made something that looked like it could have even had, like, a frame and had, like, the same picture, but, like, in a, like, gilded frame on the outside or something. I am incredibly disappointed with how this one looks. So yeah, it was a very underwhelming box for me. The Addie Lover album's really pretty, but what am I going to use it for? I don't have physical pictures and I don't want to go and print a load off just to put in there. And all the ones that I have from my childhood are already in albums. I don't know what to do with the papercraft. I don't care about the bookmarks, and whilst I love their parts, I'm annoyed I have a yellow one, because what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, it does also match the edges of the book, so maybe that's why they did it, but yeah. It was a really underwhelming Illumicrate month for me. I'm starting more and more to think about possibly changing to just the book only subscription, or even just cancelling my subscription entirely, which is a pity, because I was so excited when I first started getting these Illumicrate boxes. It's something that I saw so often on people's channels, and, like, I really wanted to kind of join in and do it myself, and I've done that now. And the novelty has worn off and the contents don't stand up to it standing by itself, which is so annoying, because, like, this book is just ugh. And there's so many books from last year that I would have loved to read, to own, to have those beautiful editions, just to have a edition. Iron Widow, for example, I would love to have that. Yeah. Disappointing. Next month we have a teacup coming, I believe, and I do love a good mug and a good teacup, so perhaps I will have something better in next month. But I also know that next month is a Holly Black book, and I have never wanted to read anything by Holly Black before. So yeah, we'll see, but yes. A really shitty way to end the video. Let me know if you disagree, if you like everything here, if you think the papercraft is cool, or that you love the bookmarks. If you like the series, I can imagine you loving the bookmarks, and if you do print photos, that is a nice thing, but it's just not very utilisable in 2022, and that is just annoying, how little it's been redesigned. Like, they've claimed they've so far had amazing redesigns that have been drastically different to the standard books, so then just having a hand and a moved letter is very underwhelming. Anyway, I'm going to stop bitching and moaning. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!